on, guys? It's Salvajee. So we're back with another installment of the Widowmaker map guide series. Now, of course, in this series I'm going to be teaching you guys some general, beginner, and of course rarely used Widowmaker spots for every single map right now that we have on Overwatch. If I miss a spot, make sure you put it down in the description. Now also, I want to point out I did take a break from the series. If you guys see that there aren't any map guide videos going up, it's because I'm working on other Widowmaker guides, like for example the 3 critical tips guide that I've recently been posting. Last but not least, I'm not only going to be showing you guys some of the general, beginner, and rarely used Widowmaker spots throughout this series, but I'm also going to be giving you guys a brief explanation of what the spots are used for. I want to cover the escort and hybrid maps, and then I'm going to move on forward to 2CP and the control maps. Okay, so we're gonna get started with Blizzard World. I took my time making my map guide for Blizzard World because I wanted to see if I could learn some more spots from watching Overwatch League, and I did. Obviously, this is a very decent, I guess you could say, general spot with Widow. You can shoot people in the high ground. Now, of course, one of the things that a lot of people don't do is use this little spot right here. A lot of Widowmakers like to be perched up there. So instead of shooting her through here, you guys can go through here and then shoot her through there. Or of course, you can shoot her through here and then move around, change your position very quickly, and then get her from over here. And of course, the same thing can be said if there's a Widow camping up there. If you have your grapple, you know, you can just come over here, change position, take her out. Keep in mind, however, it's not too crazy, but it is something that's going to throw her off a bit, specifically if she doesn't have the greatest aim in the world. We're moving on forward to this little spot right here. You guys just have a line of sight over this spot, not too great. Of course, you guys also have a line of sight over this area right here. And of course, this line of sight right here, also very good. Actually, let me put my mic a bit closer to me. All right, there we go. Here you can take a look at this area, you can take a look at that area. Obviously, that's pretty obvious. Now, a lot of Widowmakers, I don't really see them doing this a lot. You guys can come over here through this passageway, right? And then sometimes you guys can hide through here, and then you guys can take out Orisas that are camping over there, that they're getting too cocky. They're barriers like here, and you know, they're like all the way over here. You guys can take out opponents that are moving through here. Now keep in mind, if you are, you know, standing over here, they're not really going to see you as much. They're just going to be seeing your feet. Okay, so make sure that you utilize this spot. And keep in mind, guys, I also don't want to go too like crazy and in depth on like the regular spots. Okay, look, this is also a really good spot. It gives you line of sight to this area right here, and of course this area. But one of the things that I like to do is, you know, if I eliminate opponents through here, or my team just straight up pushes through here, I just want to grapple on over here. I mean, this is a really great, good power position that you guys can use as Widow. Not only because it gives you access to the opponents that are coming from spawn, and you can put a venom mine right here from the people that are coming from this area. But on top of all that, you guys also have, you know, basically a look at the point, and I was also going to say you guys have an escape route, you know, by just moving in all the way over here. If a Winston jumps all the way over there and you come all the way over here, guess what? You're most likely, your healers are going to be here. You know, your tank's going to be over there. So if the Winston comes over here, like by the time he jumps over here, the tank's already going to be on him most likely. Or you're going to have the support from the Zenyatta. You know, a discorded Winston, and you know, you just SMGing the Winston, he's basically going to be dead. On top of that, if the Winston jumps over there, he's most likely going to put a shield. Okay, so you guys can just stand within these boxes, use those as a line of sight. When the Winston jumps, you can just snipe him as he comes towards you. Okay, you guys can also, of course, you know, shoot people that are over here as well. Let's take a look at pushing from this side. If you eliminate someone from this side, I recommend you come over here and then you see if you can take out someone that's coming in through here. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Sometimes you don't want to go through there, all right, because maybe the enemy team has a Pharah, right? You know, your aim ain't that great. It's okay though. You guys can come through here, and then you guys can take out the Pharah through this little area right here. And then of course, not a lot of people use this little spot right here also. Okay, really good spot, gives you a lot of cover, a lot of coverage from Pharah, because this entirely, you know, this blocks your entire body. And of course, you know, players that are coming from there, players that are coming from there, pretty self-explanatory. All right, I want to move on forward to this side right here. You guys can also use this side on the attacking side. It's not going to give you access towards the you know, the players that are coming in from their spawn, but of course you can help out on the point. If the fight is being very rowdy, okay, and you might start getting focused by some of the enemies that are coming in from spawn, keep in mind you guys can just drop down over here, okay, and then finish off some players. Okay, your team's gonna be over there, right? So keep in mind, if the enemy wants to push you, they have to go through your team, unless they got like a dive hero, a tracer, something like that. Which of course, if that's the case, you can just grapple on. I actually did that with grapple very wrong. You can grapple on over here. I fucked that up again, but whatever. You can grapple on over here and take out the healers, which they're most likely going to be here. Alright. Now, of course, it goes even further than that. You guys can help out on the point through here. And then, of course, you guys can also watch this little area right here. Look. A lot of Symmetras like to put their teleporter over there at the time of me making this video, so I'm not going to go too deep into this. If there's a teleporter there, you don't want to go in by yourself. You can just snipe enemies as they come out from the teleporter. Pretty easy. And then, of course, you guys can grapple on over here. And then, of course, shoot people. If you get the first point, alright, you can also just come through the first point, grapple on over here, and then, of course, see if you can take out some targets. But now we're going to be moving forward into the defense side of things. Back in the day, you were actually able to, you know, camp up here in defense, but you can't do that anymore for some reason. I know why. It's because it was basically pretty OP. So at the beginning side, defender side of things, it's pretty simple. You guys can grapple on to this little area right here, get a cheeky headshot. I don't really recommend it though. You know, it's not worth it unless you want to be really risky. Defending spot, obviously, this is an obvious defending spot. Very, very commonly used. There's a thing I don't like about this spot, right? You have to watch basically both sides. You know, Hanzo can shoot you from here, Widow can shoot you from here, so you don't have a lot of options. Okay, so just keep that in mind if you're using this spot. This little spot right here is this position, right? A lot of people don't think it's good, specifically on defense. You know, some people might think, well, you might get jumped from here, but at higher levels of play, you know, when you're going against teams that are actually coordinated, a lot of teams like to go over here, and then your team's gonna be over here. So you can either drop over here, okay, and then just snipe the enemies that are inside. That's a good idea. Or you can also just come over here. As the enemies come out, you can snipe them. And if you get jumped at, you can actually always just come over here. Alright, and then just look at that. Be behind cover. You're still going to have the enemy team in front of you, and you're still going to have the bad guys in front of you as well. Okay? When it comes down to this little area right here, nothing much that I can just, I guess you could say, advise you guys. You know, you can watch this little corridor right here if you have another healer with you or something as they come through here. And of course, you can also watch the spawn through here and here as well. This is also a really good spot. Provides cover, provides protection from Pharah. You guys can just do this, you know, if you guys are getting attacked. And that's pretty much self-explanatory, at least for, of course, this beginning area. Defensive side of things, on the point, enemies are over here. They're coming over here. Let's say that you're all the way over there. Alright. I'm going to grapple on over there. As Widowmaker, obviously you should have some awareness of when the enemy team's going to be pushing. Alright. If you see them pushing, just come over here. And then, of course, you can use this as protection. You have this entire thing, again, just blocking your body. Alright. So you can use this as constant protection. If you're getting shot at, you can switch angles. You can constantly be moving from side to side. I'm getting a Discord message, so I'm sorry if you guys heard that on the video. You guys can also use this little area right here. If the enemy team is somewhere around there, okay, this area right here is also very, very good. Alright, because you're going to have a line of sight on your teammates. Alright, if the enemy team is all the way over there, okay, you can back away all the way over here and crouch. Alright, and then get their feet. It's not something that I recommend, but it's something that you can definitely do. Alright, so you guys can also use this spot right here to shoot people that are on the choke. And then, of course, this is just a grapple shot that, you know, it isn't as helpful, but it's pretty helpful. You know, if the Widowmaker is over there by the choke, all you guys got to do is come up here, aim over here, and fuck up the grapple shot. Alright, sorry, been playing too much Fortnite lately. Alright, there we go. That's another spot right there. This little area right here, right? This balcony, you guys can shoot all the way to this little thingy here. Alright, if there are enemies or healers over there. It's a situational spot. It's one that you should know. Okay. Alright, so the enemy team is coming in from this side. If they're coming in from this side, you can be all the way over here. Alright, and help out tremendously. Okay, and if somebody jumps you can always just grapple on over here. Alright, and then either kill the people that are on their way or basically just shoot the Winston. Pretty good. This is also a really good spot. It doesn't give you a lot of line of sight though. So it's something that you guys want to keep in mind. Sometimes the two teams are going to be fighting, your team, the enemy team. Alright, and you can be up here. Alright, there's going to be healers there, there's going to be healers there. Okay, but you might not be able to contribute to the fight much. So as you're coming back from spawn, you can come up through here. Take out the healers that are usually around this area. Sometimes the healers are around this area. Alright, or sometimes of course you can just come in through here. And if you get attacked, it's simple, right? Because you can just grapple on over here. And then look at that, you're back in the fight. If somebody wastes a charge, like a Winston pack, going over there, you can just come over here and reposition yourself in this position. It's a really good strategy. Obviously, this area right here is really good. If you might be up here, you can grapple onto over here. And then of course fight the team that's coming over here as well. Not a lot of crazy spots for the defenders, okay, but then again, that's what hybrid is all about. Let's move on forward, of course, to the next area. I'm not covering spots that involve this area here because it would just be a waste of your time. You're barely going to use those spots. Alright, so we're attacking now, right? You can go for this grapple shot to take out the healers that are over there. Or you can, of course, go for this grapple shot right here. Oh, wait up 1 second. You can go for this grapple shot right here, as you guys can see. It's kind of hard to pull off sometimes, which is why I don't like to show grapple shots in my map guides, but it's something that I want to point out. You guys can also use this one right here to take out people that are over there. Okay, so this spot right here, really underused. Okay, you can use this spot. It gives you a lot of cover from Pharah. Alright, if you see a rocket heading towards you, now you know she's going to be somewhere around there. Alright, make sure you got that crosshair placement on point. Okay, but another spot is also this one right here. Okay, you have a strong amount of access, okay, towards the fight that's taking place right here. And you have a strong amount of access towards the fight that's going to be taking place somewhere around there. If you stand all the way up here, like you guys have access to the fight that's going over there for the point, and of course you have access to the enemy spawn. This spot, however, isn't as great as people think because you're going to be moving a lot, and if your accuracy isn't great, you're just not going to be as effective. All right, look, this spot right here is the spot that you guys want to use, okay, when you guys are attacking and you guys are fighting for this point right here. If you crouch over here, you guys are going to have some decent amount of cover. Alright, and it's gonna be kind of hard for the team to get up here. If they got a Genji, it's okay, right? You can just grapple on over here. You know, go make your way around. Senyata's over here, he's gonna be healing you. And then of course you can just shoot back into this point. This second point or first point right here on Blizzard World, these two spots are key spots that you need to be dominating with Widowmaker. If the enemy Widowmaker has these spots, for example on defense, you're kind of fucked, right? Because we're taking a look at defense right now, right? There's an enemy Widowmaker over here. I've seen this way too many times in Overwatch League, right? You know, Linkser, Pine, they take the spot, they can't get out of it. They just keep shooting the enemy team from spawn. It's ridiculous what, you know, they can do from this spot. Of course, this spot when you're defending is also pretty good as well, but not as good. This is kind of just like a practical spot, you know, like your team pushed up the enemy team, you can just come up here, and then of course just shoot the people over there. You guys can also use this spot as defender. It's not as practical though. Okay, so let's say you're attacking with Widow. You know, there's people on the high ground. There's soldiers on the high ground. You guys can come through here. Alright, there's a fight over there. You guys can also use this spot right here. Now, a lot of people don't like to use... this is also a flank right here, by the way. A lot of people don't like to use this one. So you come through here as you're defending, right? And then you can grapple on over here, right? And then you have access to the fight that's taking place. And guess what? When you're getting shot at, you guys can grapple on over here. Alright, my grapple's drunk today for some reason, dude. I want to grapple up here, right? Like to this little thing. Alright, whatever. You guys know what I mean. You want to grapple onto this thing right here. If you grapple onto that thing, you can still have sort of like a general idea of where you're shooting. Okay. Alright, enough about that spot. I'm pretty sure you guys get the point. That's like the power spot of this point. This spot right here, very good, very general, gives you access to 3 lines of sight. This one, and of course it gives you access to those people in the high ground. you're getting shot from a soldier or a Widowmaker on the high ground, grapple shot opportunity right there. This map has a lot of environmental opportunities. Okay, your team is pushing the payload through here. Okay, you guys can shoot them through here, or you guys can come over here through this spot and then just shoot the enemies that are just camping over there. Soldier in the high ground, you take them out from here. Pretty simple. This spot right here, guys, very dominant spot. You guys want to make sure that you're using it. Alright, so let's say there's a Widowmaker somewhere around here, like by the sign. You know, you try to get a grapple shot on her, right? But you can't. Alright, it's all good though. Just change your positioning, guys. You come over here through the arcade and then you take her out. Bam, just like that. Alright, the arcade is a place that's rarely used, but as you guys can see, this spot, really good. Okay, if your team is fighting somewhere around there, look how much cover you have here. It's a close corridor, Junkrat can destroy you, but it's okay, right? Because you have an escape route. This escape route is great, and of course it gives you access to the people that are trying to push you, the non-mobile heroes that are trying to push you, like Brigitte, for example. Alright, you guys can also use these columns as cover. Make sure that you're using your environment as cover, of course, when you're playing Widowmaker. Of course, as you're attacking this spot, really good. No need to explain it. And this spot is also good, right? When you're, when your team's fighting over there. However, it's kind of risky, right? Because you can get destroyed, you can get jumped by a Genji, by a Tracer. It's a close quarter, which means the Tracer's gonna have a lot of control over you, which also means that you might have a better chance of getting at her. But the reason why I don't like this spot as much is because Junkrats, they can just throw bombs here. They don't have to aim, right? And they're gonna melt you. Over here, really good spot, obviously. Don't need to explain that. And of course, now we're going to move on forward to the defense side of things. Obviously, like I said, dude, this spot right here, critical spot when you're defending Widow. Obviously, high ground, very important with Widowmaker. This spot right here gives you access and line of sight to this entire area right here, this area right here, and of course, this area right here. I recommend that you place a Venom Mine somewhere around there so you have access to it. Okay, you guys can drop down right over here, and you have access to the people that are coming over here and over here. However, if you do that, you sacrifice... I love this map. It's very well designed in my opinion, but if you come over here, you're sacrificing the people that are coming in from the high ground or the people that are going in through that area. Alright, so keep it in mind, if you're over here, you'll want to save your grapple. You don't want to use your grapple too aggressively. You don't want to go for any jump shots, because if you see people heading over there, that means you have to grapple on over here, and you have to take out the soldier. You have to shut down the soldier that's going to be coming over here. Alright, that's a really good power position for this map. Obviously, this is a really good spot for defending. Not going to go too into it though, it's not necessary. So this spot right here, alright, also really good. It gives you access to the high ground. Gives you access to some of the team fight that is going on over there. Not a great spot, but it's pretty practical, right? This spot right here kind of gives you some cover. This spot, line of sight. Obviously, this is a really good spot if the enemy is coming from here or the high ground. Now, of course, if there's a lot of enemies pushing high ground and you can't really handle them over here, just move on forward to this area right here. Okay? Because basically what this is going to do is it's going to put you on a clear line of sight if the healers are over there or over here. And on top of that, it's going to get you closer to your spawn. On top of all that, you guys can also use this line of sight right here, this line of sight right here, and of course you guys can also use this pipe right here, which gives you access to this little area. In other words, as the enemies are coming in, and guess what, you also have a clear line of sight to everyone that's over here as well. This pipe never ever gets used. Never seen a Widowmaker on the spot, honestly. I rarely use this pipe, not gonna lie. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the second point of the map covered. Not a lot of crazy spots, but of course, like I said, that's the point of the series. Okay, I'm going to be showing you guys all of the spots that I know and all the spots that can give you an advantage as well as going into it. Alright, we're going into this point right here. Alright, this is a really good line of sight. It gives you access to this area and this little spot right here, which we'll get into. And then of course this area right here. We're taking a look at the attacking side of things. Alright, let's say you're over here. Okay, you can take out, you know, people that are camping over there, and of course people that are camping over here. Alright, and of course you guys can also contribute to the fight. Look guys, this spot is really dangerous. Alright, because if a Junkrat throws bombs out here, you're fucking dead. Alright, I'm cursing a lot in this video. I'm very sorry about that, if you're not into that. Okay, but anyways, this spot right here, high ground, gives you a lot of access if the fight is going on somewhere around here. I don't recommend that you take the high ground if the fight is going on somewhere around there, because you're just gonna get melted. Alright, look, when you're attacking with Widowmaker on this little area right here, you can't really do much, right? Because you have that area right there. So one of the things that you can do is you can literally get out of your spawn, which is right here, by the way, and then you guys can come through here. Okay, so the enemies, they're gonna be over here, right? And the healers are gonna be like right here, right? And then you can just take them out. And then your escape route is simple, right? You just come through here and then you just go back into your spawn like it's nobody's business. Alright, because keep in mind, your spawn is right here. Okay, so make sure that you keep that in mind. If you can't use the main area, okay, make sure that you're using this little area right here. You're just gonna run back in here, and then you know, if a Winston's pursuing you, you're gonna have time to, of course, get in through this door, which this is gonna be where your spawn's gonna be at. Okay, of course, after you've won the team fight, you know, from this spot right here, you want to make sure that you're using this little area right here as well as this area right here, because it gives you access to the point. However, sometimes what I like to do is I like to come through here, okay, and then just crouch, and look at that. I have this to cover me. Farah cannot kill me unless she comes through here. So this is also a rarely used spot that is, of course, going to be very helpful to a lot of you guys. Additionally, here, right, attacking with Widow, and then of course take out the enemies that are over here, maybe the healers. There's a lot of Ana players that like to camp over there on that spot, so just make sure that, of course, you land your shot and you don't hit this. Okay, I might know that from experience or not. Okay, so if you're attacking, right, you guys can actually grapple onto this spot area, this spot right here, and then you guys can also hit the Ana, the healers that are over here, people that are coming out from spawn, and then you can just jump down, right, and get the health pack. Okay, it's something that's really good. Also, you guys can also shoot the bad guys from this little spot right here, okay, as you're attacking with Widow. It's really, really good. As, of course, the payload is moving forward, you guys can also use this spot right here. Okay, it gives you access to the people that are coming through here, or you can place yourself over here, because you have access to the payload, and then if you jump to the side, you also have access to people that are coming over here. Alright, make sure you throw a bit of mine over there. You guys can place it here, here, or of course there, if you're dealing with a tank that's pushing you a lot. Okay? And that's pretty much it. Alright, when it comes down to attacking on Blizzard World, let's take a look at the defenders, right? So you can actually pull off a grapple shot right out of here. You know, if you're safe, if there's not a Winston in the enemy team, you can go for it. Defending side, this spot, critical to the defenders. If you don't have control over the spot when you're defending, I know Widow keeps going over here. Alright, there's something that you're doing wrong. This spot right here gives you access to the enemy spawn. Like those doors right there, that's the enemy spawn. As they come out, you can clearly take them out. Okay, you want to take them out because it's going to force them to come out from this little spawn right here. Let's just take a look. This little spawn right here, right? The one that I showed you guys for attacking Widowmakers, alright, they're going to be forced to come through here, which means they're going to be piled up together, which means if you have a Junkrat on your team, you're just going to obliterate anyone. So use this spot over this spot right here. Right, I don't like this spot much. You know, it doesn't give you a line of sight towards a spawn, first of all. Okay, and you're kind of like too cluttered up together, I feel. I mean, you have a lot of cover, it's all good, but I don't know, I just don't like it. It's just personal preference, I guess, right? When you're defending with Widowmaker, you guys can also use this spot right here. Not what I recommend though. It's way too risky. If your team is fighting over there, right, and the enemy team's over here, this is a really good spot. You can just grapple on to the health pack right over here. Okay, if you do, of course, need some healing. Watch out for the crazy DPS Lucio that no Widowmaker can ever take out though, because he's probably gonna boop you once you get over there. Okay. High ground and positioning. Again, very important with Widowmaker. When you're defending, enemies are over there. You're with Widow, you're over here. You're taking them out. You're taking them out as they're coming in. Additionally, you guys can also use this little area right here. Keep in mind though, they can come at you from this little side right here. So make sure you have a Venom Mine there at all times. And your escape route is this little thingy here. Or of course, this little this thing here. Alright, depends if your grapple is being nice that day or not. If the enemies are coming in through over here, you guys can take a look at them. You know, you guys can snipe them from over here. This spot, really, really good also if your team is pushing over there. And then of course this spot is amazing, because you can just shoot them as they're coming in from spawn. You guys have this area right here. And of course, if the enemy is like piled up, all of them are like over there, you guys can just snipe them from here. And then you guys can just come back here, right? You know, this is your spawn right here. Now another thing that you guys can do is you guys can shoot through here, and then you guys can change your position. Alright, now I just want to say, however, right here you're going to be really, really vulnerable. So if they have a Genji or something, you shouldn't come over here. Alright, because if you jump down, the enemy team can definitely kill you from here. Alright, and if you come back here, it's a long way. Okay, so what I was saying before my match ended, because this has been a very in-depth Blizzard World map guide for Widow. Okay, if you come over here and you jump down, right, you're basically trapped, sort of. Okay, because the enemy team's gonna be able to get you. You're probably gonna get killed by the enemies that are over there, right? But one of the reasons why I'd recommend this spot as you're defending, let's say that you get a pick and your team gets another pick and your team is fighting there, right? So you're safe, right? And your team is doing their work. You can come over here, right, and kill the healers or the DPS or harass the people that are coming in from the enemy spawn. And keep in mind, guys, yes, you can use this as like a line of sight protection. Alright, and that's pretty much it, guys, for Blizzard World. So a lot of basic spots, a lot of general spots, and not a lot of rarely used spots. Oh yeah, you can also use this, but I didn't really touch upon it because it's not really a big deal. You guys can, you know, snipe the people that are coming in from over here. But yeah, guys, that's Blizzard World, right? Not a lot of, like I said, you know, not a lot of crazy spots. You guys can also use this one right here. I don't really use it that much. I just don't like the angle that it provides. That's Blizzard World for you guys. If you enjoyed the video, drop it a like. More map guide videos coming soon. Like I said, we're gonna finish Escort, then we're gonna finish off the hybrid maps, then we're gonna go into 2CP and King of the Hill. See you guys on the next one, and subscribe for more Widowmaker videos and more great content.